Hello, I'm Matthias of Microboat Hobby. Today I want to show you what it looks like when you get a shipment from Shapeways, where you can order different model boat kits. We'll be looking at the Lewek Kea, which is an anchor handling tug that operates out of Singapore today. It's a kit that consists of 4 different sets of prints, and we'll be looking what it looks like in the box. So when you get a shipment from Shapeways, it's very well wrapped typically, and under a lot of bubble wrap you find the different parts. We have the hull. All parts come in an individual bag, so they're easy to identify. We have the superstructure. We have the details printed in nylon. And ultimately, we have the details printed in resin. So let's unpack each part individually and see what the assembly looks like. The hull, of course, is the most important part. It contains already all the details which are printed in, one of the big advantages of 3D printing. We have, for example, different winches in the front. We have all the details on the sides. We even have the cord nozzles on the bottom, for example. Because we were talking about a radio-controlled model, the model is also installed with all the parts, or printed with all the parts that you will need for that. For example, the mounts for the different motors, for the rudders in the back, or in the front for the bow thruster. Second part, the superstructure. The superstructure in this case contains 4 different parts. The parts are actually polished, so they have a nice and smooth surface. It's not possible with the large bits like the hull, but on the smaller parts it works well. Here we have the lower superstructure, the bridge with the windows, etc., the chimneys and the main mast, and the rear deck. Now the rear deck comes off, and as you can see, it actually consists of 2 parts that are connected by thin sprues. That gives you the chance to build actually a real wooden veneer deck, or to just use the plastic part. You just cut out the sprues, put the 2 things together, paint it brown, it almost looks like wood. The third part, the details in nylon. The details in nylon are rather strong. Again, they come on a sprue, they're polished, so they have a good surface. And they're those parts that later, especially when radio controlled, might need to be a bit more durable. We have, for example, the cargo rails that later go on the rear deck. We also have, for example, the parts for the bow thruster or the tires that protect the sides. And as the last part, we have the details printed in resin. Now, resin allows for a much higher level of detail, so those are the really good details. Again, they're printed in a sort of cage to have a sprue to produce them on, but also to protect them while shipping so they don't break. You can see, for example, the rib in the center, or the propellers that you need if you just want to build a static model and just want to have it for display purposes. These actually won't work for radio control. Now, if you do all of that, and in the end, what it needs is assembly and painting, you come basically to a 1:200 scale model of a very nice little model boat. I hope it's good fun for you.